Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to create this awesome futuristic season 9 Fortnite banner. I'm going to show you guys to avoid creating an hour-long video. I want to do this all in one take, and I just want to let you guys know that all the resources that I use to create this banner are going to be in the description for you guys to download. So if you want to follow along or use some of the resources that I have here in this banner, please feel free to do so. You can download them in the description below. The font that we're going to be using is Luckiest Guy. You can get it on 1001fonts.com. The link is going to be in the description as well. So let's get right into it. I created this banner in Photoshop. To start, this banner in particular is created for Twitter. If you want to create it for YouTube, you would create your document. You open up a new document, 2120 by 350 pixels. This document we're working on today is 3000 pixels by 1000 pixels. So let's get right into it. I'm going to make this as quick as possible for you guys. I'm going to show you exactly how I started. We're going to go down. I have this background. It's a gradient dark blue. We'll select the gradient tool. It's a gradient dark blue to a grayish blue. So as you guys can see here, color numbers 0A 0F18, and the other color is, cancel that, go back in. The second color is 212632. So we'll get out of there. I have that as my bottom layer. Then next, I brought in the season 9 background image and I enlarged it. Again, this resource is going to be in the description for you guys to download. And what I did real quickly here with this image is I completely desaturated it. So Control U, desaturate it completely. And after you desaturate it, lower the fill to about 45%. And that's what gave me this sort of it's not that much contrast, so that's what we wanted. And I changed the blend mode to soft light. The next thing I did was bring in my characters. So I was using Sentinel, we brought in Bunker, Vendetta, and Demi. So now that I brought my characters in, I wanted to bring in some like HUD elements. So I brought in the ruler. Again, these are going to be available in the description for you guys to download. So I brought in those rulers there, and I also wanted to bring in there's a couple more things that I wanted to bring in. The circular arrays here. So I brought in that circular array. I brought in this tech line, so it gives that effect there. I wanted to give a futuristic type of effect, and I brought in this circular array as well. And I added a mask to this circular array to kind of mask out the area that I didn't want it to cover. So I just added a slight mask, put in that, and now we're gonna get into like making the image pop. So you want to really make it pop. Again, guys, I'm going right through this quickly so you guys have an understanding of how this works, and you don't have to sit through an hour-long video. So I'm gonna bring in my colors. I brought in some background colors, and the way in which I chose the background colors, so you guys know, is I sample from the actual image. So like to get the blue, I sample around the blue area. To get the reddish tone, I sample say from her dress, and like to get the yellowish tone, I sample from the hair here. So I'll select the eyedropper tool, and then, you know, get a sample and then color in the background. So behind the characters is where I created my layer, and then I just used my brush tool, a nice soft brush, and just kind of paint it over. And I changed the blend mode to this layer to color dodge, so that way it can really make it pop. I added also a little white overlay just to bring out the colors. So as you guys can see here, as I close that out, it's a little dark there, and that sort of brightens up the background there. So I wanted to add that little white overlay. I also added, to make the colors pop on the actual characters, what you want to do is switch between your eyedropper tool. Yeah, you're gonna switch between your eyedropper tool and your brush tool, and you're gonna sample from areas. So like as you guys can see, if I click off the layer, that's what we had normally, and to make it pop, I sampled the area. So I would zoom in, use my eyedropper tool, sample this area to bring up the color, and then on a new layer above all the characters, I would use my brush tool and just kind of, you know, I'll lower my brush tool to the specified area, and I would just click once and click once, and I make sure that this layer that I'm trying to add vibrance to the colors with is set to color dodge, and that's how you make these colors pop. As you guys can see, I'll click off, I'll tick off and tick on, and you can see how the colors really pop. And I do that for, you know, the highlighted area. So is a bright color I might add. So I did it to the nails here, I did it to this yellow area, I did it along her arm here. Anywhere that was highlighted is where I sampled from that area, and then I went on to add some more vibrance. So now the next thing I would like to do is show you guys, I created a shadow behind Demi to really make her stand out from the background characters. So I just added this shadow here, and the way in which I added the shadow is I just selected a soft brush and put it to black, created a new layer underneath Demi, and just kind of, you know, brushed my way in a nice shadowy color. Then I also added a red hue. So as you guys can see here, I click this layer, I added a red hue there, and I lowered the opacity on this brush. So I lowered it enough so that I can work my reddish tone into the image, as opposed to flooding the image with just a red color. So that's the way you take your brush tool and then lower your opacity up here, and then continue to brush until you get that nice tone. I added, you know, just a little vibrance to Vendetta's face there with this layer here, and that's pretty much it, guys. After that, we go into I added a vignette. This next layer, I added a vignette over the entire image, so that way it could really bring out the colors and also bring out the characters. So the way I added the vignette is I take a soft brush, you know, make sure that your brush is set to black, a large soft brush, and just work your way around. So I would zoom out and then work my way around so I feel comfortable with the vignette. And then it's just a matter of placing your layer properly, making sure that your layer is set up on top of all the other images in the document. And last but not least, I added my text. I put in my text. So again, guys, the font that I used in this document is going to be in the description below. It's really simple and easy to create. As you can see, I didn't use many layers to create this document. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, you find it helpful, if you need me to get more in depth with these tutorials, please let me know, because I'm trying to create these tutorials in one take, and also make it fast and easy for you guys, while providing you guys with a bunch of resources to create these banners yourself. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you're new, stay tuned, because we're gonna have a bunch more tutorials coming soon. I hope you guys enjoy the free resources. Easy out.